Now, when we go into an election, it transforms into Bivas, which is Bimodal voter accreditation system. And what it can do is that it can read fingerprints and also it can read facials. So based on our experiences, based on the concerns raised by various persons and various agencies and various individuals and the critical stakeholders relating to the challenges with the smart card reader, especially in relation to the reading of the fingerprints, we have decided to introduce a system that can read not only the fingerprints, but also can read the facials. So if somebody has challenges with his or her fingerprints, what we do is to read the person's facials. So nobody can come to the polling unit now to say, oh, the smart card reader couldn't read my fingerprints, so let me go and use the incident form in order to be allowed to vote. If the smart card reader is unable to read their fingerprints, it will read their facials. If it cannot read their facials, the implication is that you are not the person you claim to be. The implication is that you are not a registered voter because you may not have fingerprints, but you cannot leave your face at home and come to the polling unit. So what we are doing is that we are trying to strengthen the accreditation process and make it foolproof so that every registered voter, every individual who does not suffer any legal disability and who duly registered and comes to the polling unit to vote, we have an opportunity of being accredited, and the person will have an opportunity of voting.
I know you have some of your...
Well, I have with me two of our senior ICT staff, Dr. Bimodal Lawrence and Chika Opala. They are here in the studio, and they will readily explain to you how this particular system works. But what we are trying to do essentially is that in this particular system, we are going to have the name of the polling unit. We have the registered number of persons in a particular polling unit and the voters register of the polling unit inside this particular device. So when you come to the polling unit to vote, and during the process of accreditation, they can use your last name in order to call up the voters register from the device. They can use the VIN number in order to call up the voters register from the device. They can also use the QR code to call up your name from the voters register. So the issue of coming to the polling unit with a card that does not belong to you, or with a clone card, or with any other form of identification claiming that you are the one, will be completely eliminated. So we are confident that we now have a system that will improve the credibility of our elections and improve the credibility of the accreditation process. But Bimodal Lawrence and Chika Opala can fully explain some of the functionalities of this present device.
For us to get a voter to be authenticated from this device, we can type in the last name of the voter. We can type in the last 6 digits of the VIN number of the voter. We can use the device to read the barcode at the back of the permanent voter's card of the voter. And we can also use the device to scan the QR code on the register of voters. Now, I'm going to bring up a voter, and I'm going to use his last name to bring him up from this device.
So this is what happens?
Yes, so that is a voter that I've brought up from the system. Now, the device can stay up to 10 to 12 hours. And there is a backup power bank that comes with the device. That backup power is 20 milliampere hour, which can last for 4 to 5 hours. So altogether, we have a power that the device can use to work of 17 hours.
Wow. So what other thing can they do apart from, okay, you've called it up, it's just like you have a mobile phone and you have your contact on your mobile device, so it calls it up. What else can it do?
I have called up the voter on the device, and we are at the point of accrediting this voter. And now, so for us to accredit the voter, we use the fingerprint for the accreditation. If that fails, we use the facial. Now, this is the voter. Now, to verify him, we click on the verify. Now we can see the facial and the biometrics. Now we click on the biometrics to accredit the voter. So if now this voter is close to me now, can you just put your finger? We are trying to accredit him now. Put it.
So it's a touch screen device too.
Yes, there's a yes. Now, the fingerprint has passed. We can see that the fingerprint has passed. So because the fingerprint has passed, you can see the tick. It means that the fingerprint has passed. So the voter need not to do his facial. But if this fails, then we have to do the facial for that voter. If your fingerprint fails, we do the facial. Then we are sure that the facial, because the facial technology has evolved over time, we are sure that the accuracy is almost 99.9% now. So we are sure that that will pass. But just like the commissioner said, if both fails, it means that the voter cannot be allowed to vote.
So
One
we don't
of the
need the card reader
biometric has to pass.
Do we still need the card